We are live, round 3, weekend, whatever you want to call it. Wells Fargo Championship. We'll also touch a little bit of Myrtle Beach. Friday night. I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday night. I hope you guys are watching this. I hope you guys are watching this Saturday morning and enjoying your Friday night, because I got a few bets to talk about. Talk about the leaderboards. Yeah, let's not waste any time. We'll bring up the Myrtle lead. I will bring up the Wells leaderboard first and get right into it. Xander Schauffele leads the way at 11 under. 2 beautiful rounds of golf, 64, 67 to start the way, and some flawless golf. Look at the stats Xander has posted thus far through 2 rounds. He is absolutely striking the ball. 7th off the tee, 1st on approach, and he's not even putting that great. Xander Schauffele being 27th in strokes gained putting and winning by 4 is a scary sight, because he's got gains to make on the greens if he really wants to. And I just love how well he's hitting the ball. I'm going to say it now. I think Xander Schauffele at -125 is a good bet. I think Xander Schauffele at -125 is a good bet, and I wouldn't mind sprinkling it if you want some action heading into the weekend. And yeah, I understand Xander is a prolific loser. I understand Xander does not win golf tournaments. That's what he's known to do. But when you think about it, how on brand would it be for the X-Man to post a flawless week of golf the week before a major? We bet this man in the majors all the time. Now he's coming out in the Wells Fargo and is gonna wipe the field. I do, that might come with a little bit of bias, because I had a Xander 9 plus 950 ticket that I cashed out Wednesday afternoon. I was gonna go single bullet Xander, and I was convinced elsewise. I was convinced to not do that by some trusted friends. No beef, no regrets, but I did do that. So, yeah, I don't want Xander to win, but I do think he will win. I do think Xander is, and it's a good number, like -125. I think he should be closer to -200. Got a 4-stroke lead and is not even playing his best golf. I also like the fact that the only thing that Xander's kind of done poorly this season was his driver got loose. And when the driver gets loose on the weekend, there's some trouble that can happen. We saw that at Sawgrass. He simply hit too many drives in the rough to really recover from on Saturday and Sunday at TPC Sawgrass. Now at Quail Hollow, a little bit wider fairways and a little bit less penal rough. So obviously you can't hit the ball out of bounds, you can't hit the ball in the trees, but you can hit the rough and still play from Quail Hollow. I think that is a massive boost for Xander's game, because when he gets shaky off the tee. So I love him to play some decent golf and finish this out over the weekend. I don't see him getting to 22 under, and that would be extremely impressive if he does. I think this win's going to come around -18, which he could surely do over these next 2 days. So Xander, -125, I think, is a decent look if you want any weekend action. I think he's going to close it out. We'll pull the leaderboard back up. Talk about Rory McIlroy and Jason Day sitting at 7 under and a tie for second. Rory is figuring it out. Rory is playing really well. 3rd off the tee, 4th on approach, not making anything on the putting greens. Definitely a dangerous stat profile Rory's got going on here. And I mean, how could we have overthought that? It's Rory McIlroy at Quail Hollow, and it's a little wet. Those are 2 of Rory's dream scenarios. Quail Hollow on a wet golf course, and that's what we're getting here. And he's playing great golf. If it's not for Xander Schauffele, Rory McIlroy is leading this golf tournament. Another outlier score is causing him to go fits. But Rory's going to go low tomorrow. Rory is going to aim at flags and try to put some heat on Xander. I do expect Jason Day to give some back. He's just not hitting the ball all too well, and he's 1st around the green. That's not really sustainable, truthfully, and he hasn't been hitting the ball well at all this season. So I'm going to fade Jason Day going forward. Taylor Moore, a golfer that I was really high on going into the week. I couldn't fit him in anything because small field, you got to make some decent choices in your lineups, but he's playing well. The driver has been really good for Taylor Moore this season and the past few tournaments, and he's not driving it tremendously, but he's on pace to have another great driving week, and he's pairing it with the awesome iron week, and he's putting great. So it's no surprise that Taylor Moore is sitting in a T for 4, plus you're in a red state. You play Taylor Moore in red states, and he's playing really good. So sadly couldn't get there this week on Taylor Moore, but good to see him playing well. The driver has just been awesome for T Moore. Sung Jae finally gaining strokes on approach. This man has not been getting stroked on approach at all this season, at least the last 2 months, and see what happens when you just gain a little bit on approach, Sungjae. You're sitting in a tie for fourth, 2 rounds of 68, nothing too flashy, nothing too special, but on a golf course like this, that will do you well. He made 6 birdies today? Very impressive round from old Sungjae. Good to see him trending in the right direction. He's underpriced for the PGA Championship next week. And finally, Colin Morikawa. Colin Morikawa, you can get a top 5 on Colin Morikawa at plus 190, I believe, right now. Let me double check that. Colin Morikawa, top 5 plus 190, DraftKings Sportsbook. I love it. And why do I love it? Look at this profile. Gaining across the board, and he's playing really good golf right now. The last few weeks, Colin's been in the mix, playing good golf, but he wasn't gaining on approach. He wasn't doing his bread and butter. His bread and butter is iron play, and he simply was not doing that, and he was still playing decent golf. So he's found something over his last few starts, and now he's finally hitting his irons good. That's a dangerous tandem for Colin Morikawa. If you can still get plus 190 on him in a part for a top 5. Like, I do see Jason Day fading. It's fucking Taylor Moore and Sungjae, who hasn't done shit in the past few weeks. You're getting near 2-1 on a golfer. I think I'm not saying he's gonna win, but I think he's gonna be part of the storyline. So plus 190, Colin Morikawa, I think, is a decent look if you want to wager something. Sahith Theegala, the chalk is coming through after that horrible start. Too little, too late. I think it's gonna be for Sahith. But what did he do with his iron? He gained almost 4 strokes on approach today alone. What an impressive round. Very impressive round. Wow. So I don't love this stat like how I don't love that he went 73-65. This could just be a fluky 65, but he was chalk heading into the week. He made sense. I thought it was going to come down to the driver, and he is subtly gaining strokes with the driver. We'll see how it was bad Thursday, good Friday. I don't really have any real opinions on Sahith. I kind of want to wait and see. Stefan Jaeger, I bet him first round leader yesterday, and he did the exact same thing as Sahith. Was bogey free today, clean scorecard, 6 birdies, and he parred a par 5. He went in the water on a par 5, actually. Wow, and he saved par. What a round, Jaeger. How did he do it today? He is the epitome. He loves driver putter. He gains off the tee and he gains on the putting greens. His irons are never crazy, and they flashed at Houston, and he fucking won the golf tournament. So when this man can get his irons going, he is dangerous, and he did today. Corey Connors actually leading the field in ball striking. Corey Connors, let's look at these stats real quick. First off the tee, second on approach, leading the field in ball striking. Here's another guy. You get a top 10 on him. What's it? Top 10, top 5. Connors top 10 is plus 160. And he's leading the field in ball striking. That is a good bet. That is a good bet. Corey Connors is not a golfer who's going to get into trouble. The firmer, the faster the golf course gets is going to suit him well. So, I mean, I love that. Plus 160 on a top 10. I think he could finish inside the top 5. I might sprinkle a top 5 on Connors. Connors top 5 is plus 450. I think those are 2 solid bets as well. Taylor Pendrith, another great week. So Taylor Pendrith was 5 under on the front nine. Clark falling apart out there. Yeah, I did not love Clark this week. He made sense, but every single time Wyndham Clark has won, and any single time Wyndham Clark has done something well, he's been 35-1, 40-1, 60-1. Now you're buying him. It's like you're buying Bitcoin at $73,000. I don't think it's like he hasn't done it at this price is what I'm saying. You don't buy Wyndham Clark when he's sub 20-1, when he's a favorite. So I faded Wyndham Clark. It's going well for me in DFS. It was going really well for me. I'll get there with the Jordan Spieth thing. I had a 5% Jordan Spieth cooking in my lineups, and then he fell apart to finish it, but he's still in the mix. So let's see how Penny's doing it. Probably off the tee and putting. Yep. Off the tee and putting for Pendy. He was 3% owned this week, and he's coming off of a win. He's a bomber. Talked about him. I didn't really get there, though. We'll talk about Cam Davis, the guy that we bet 125-1. Very mediocre stat profile, kind of doing it all with the putter. He has no chance this weekend, but I love betting Cam Davis at those odds. Disappointing effort from Justin Thomas after starting off well, finished bogey. Gutless from JT, and then nothing really to write home about in terms of stats. I still believe he has one eye on Valhalla next week. I mean, as he should. Cam Young, another golfer who, oh my God, was going along super well and finishes with a double bogey. Dude, you're Cam Young and you rinse it off the tee? Come on, man. But he's definitely still striping the ball off the tee. Cam Young, oh, sorry, I wasn't even having my screen pulled up. Sorry. Cam Young, yeah, he is 5th off the tee, and he's rinsed one today. So he definitely has a lot left in the tank. He's a guy I think can vault to the leaderboard. What's his top 10 number? Young. Plus 250. Do not hate that at all. It's similar to what you're getting pre-tournament. Patrick Rogers was like $6,400 this week. Great play. Has the driver. I told you he made driving distance gains this year, and he's 10th in the field in driving distance, and it's paying dividends. He's T20 right now, and I think 2 rounds of 70. That will treat you well over the weekend. Same with Keegan Bradley, 2 rounds of 70. Is he hitting his irons well? This man, Keegan Bradley, is on an absolute mission with his irons right now. Go look at his last 5 weeks of iron play, and he's doing it again this week. 3.4 in 2 rounds. I think he can make some noise at Valhalla. The driver is surely an issue, but he's really striping his iron. So let's talk about Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth, 69-71, and the man had it going today. 3 over his last 2 holes to shoot an even par 71. But what did I talk about from Jordan Spieth in pre-tournament? I said Jordan Spieth's been dog shit this season. The only thing he's been doing well is driving the golf ball. You go to Quail Hollow, driver will get rewarded. Being long and straight will get rewarded. Jordan Spieth, 6% ownership, coming in, striping the ball off the tee. 2nd in the field off the tee, and it was doing me so well. The man was like in a tie for 3rd. I was sitting in 4th place with a Xander Spieth lineup, and then he rinsed it on 17. I know there's a long way to go, and he's still playing well, but I'm going to pat myself on the back for that Spieth call. He was doing well, but he's kind of fucking up now. Victor Hovland, let's talk about him. He's definitely finished strong because shot a 32 in the back 9, but it's just not. I try to get cute and play Victor. He's hitting the ball fine, but he's just not all the way there. He's just not. I tried to get cute and play Victor Hovland. Doesn't seem like it's panning out. Patrick Cantlay, you're so unserious. So yeah, that's what. Let's talk about Myrtle Beach before we get out of here. So Myrtle Beach, Chris Gotterup, friend of the program, was on this podcast. 66-64 to lead the way in Myrtle Beach, 1 ahead of Bobbert McIntyre. We got strokes gained. Dude, he's just striping the irons. Let's go, CJ. And what's he doing driving distance? He's not even driving it that far. Like, CJ, you're just a stud. Bobbert McIntyre, he's a difficult conditions merchant. So if the wind blows, he can definitely mix, and he's doing it right now. Jorge Campillo, I talked about on Wednesday. Great DFS play, but was the last man off my betting card. So if he wins this tournament, I will be a little sad at 80-1. I do have Eric Van Rooyen, 2 rounds of 67. How's he hitting the ball? Striping it off the tee, losing on approach. I think that can change. I think EVR can gain some on approach and really make some noise. What's EVR in odds? Let's look at the Myrtle Beach odds. Oh, no. Where are we? Myrtle Beach Classic, Van Rooyen. He's 14-1 to win. +1, nothing crazy. +110 to top 10. I think he'll top 10, but I don't think I want to bet that. And then I also have Ben Griffin. Ben Griffin made a ton of birdies today, but the man made a double on number 3. It was his back 9, made a double. He should be striping his irons, and he is. He's 3rd in the field on approach. That is the Ben Griffin we know and love. He gains on approach. He gains on the putting greens. You put him on Bermuda, he's a slut for it. So he's 7 under. He's still in the mix. What's his top 10 number? +165. I don't love those. So, that's Myrtle Beach. That's Quail Hollow. Good luck to you guys this weekend. Any questions, you know where to find me. Hopefully, we got some guys, so hopefully we make some noise. Hopefully Xander comes through because I think he deserves it. And I will be doing the PGA Championship show Sunday night. I will be heading to Valhalla Monday morning, getting a nice boots on ground report, scouting the golf course Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully provide you some winners. Hopefully provide you guys whatever content you need. So any questions, DM me. You know where to find me. I will answer to the best of my ability. And enjoy this weekend. Have fun. Peace out.